Hey guys, just to show some overpass nades for B site. We'll start off this right here. You aim at this line right here. It's kind of that middle line on that pole. As soon as that lamp lines up with that, throw.
Throwing fire!
That's a huge short. It's not a great volley. It does the trick though, especially if you're trying to cut the corner. So they can run around it early. A couple other good mollies to know. This one right here. You crawl off till you drop. Then as soon as you jump out, you throw. Kind of wait just a split second or air. That a molly toxic right here. Just kind of right there. Toxic. From this spot, you can also smoke Heaven and throw a flash.
Flashbang.
Boom. Great flash because it flashes behind pillar. You can also, right here, probably don't throw this one much just because it kind of messes up the sight. It's better to throw pillar flash. You can smoke across right there too. Couple other spots for pillar flashes. This one right here, you line up on this board. You aim at this dot right here. Once you start throwing, and I'm sorry, I didn't throw it.
Calling flashbang.
It's right there. It's super easy.
Flashbang.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but the important thing is that guys running out don't get blinded. So I'm gonna go over that one more time. Get right here.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang.
Boom. Both hit. Okay. That's one that I'm gonna even have to work on a little bit because wouldn't have blinded me. But it's a great flash, especially if you pair it with the molly right here. This guy has to fall back. He gets blinded. Basically everybody back of sight gets blinded. It's pretty important to smoke Heaven. This is the only Heaven smoke I know. You won't always have short control. If you don't smoke Heaven, we can always sometimes throw side smoke. I don't really like it if I didn't.
Incendiary out.
There. So that guy can
laying down smoke.
Deny the plan. It's planted right here. I think Tubby used to know a nade for Heaven from like here, but honestly it's probably better to be grouped up. Because if we have good flashbangs and we have like this molly right here for dump and stuff, we're gonna be good. This guy right here at dump, just a little util set.
Incendiary.
So that didn't hit. Yeah, I don't think it did. But so you'll molly.
Throwing fire.
There. Booyah. I think that hit. That's really funny. Alright. Sorry, y'all.
Incendiary out.
Shit. Kill it. Like I said, you don't want to throw it too quick. Throw it a little later. A couple other flashes to pair with that. This first one, you just aim right there.
Calling flashbang.
It's gonna bounce off this thing right here. Blind anyone holding monster early. And since this is already molly, this guy had to fall back side, and he will get blinded by the guy throwing pillar flash. So for this guy, it's really just important. Let's just kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect either.
Flashbang.
And it should do the trick. That would do the trick. Perfect. And then you can also aim right here.
Calling flashbang.
So, kind of lobs it as well. So that's another good one to throw. It'll hit anybody trying to play empty or something. So you can throw that right after. And since your guys are running out, they won't get blinded by that. So. So it's just a good second flash to follow up with that first molly. So this guy doesn't technically need a smoke. A couple other nades that took a little while. Your fountain nade. Go over some CT nades real quick. Fountain nade. There. What you do is you aim right about here, not middle, little under middle, and then as soon as you hit throw. That'll hit that pretty well. You can also throw pretty easy flashes over the ledge.
Throwing flashbang.
There. It's just important to
Calling flashbang.
Of course. It's important not to throw it too deep so that this guy peeking doesn't get shafted by it. But like that would be the trick pretty well. See? Everyone back even here would get Um, for some smokes we need to know. This one right here.
Smoke.
It's a jump throw. Oh, sorry.
Laying down smoke.
And then that's a pretty important one to know. Make sure we clear that side of every round. Smokes that side of monster tunnel so the monster guy can
Throwing flashbang.
peek, make sure there's no one coming through. Typically the monster guy almost always has to go heaven because it's really important that he chunks his
Incendiary out.
Couple A nades to know. This one right here for bank. You line up the inside of that.
Throwing smoke.
That'll smoke off bank very well. You got this one right here. You kind of get in the middle of the bench.
Laying down smoke.
Got some good mollies here. Instead of aiming at this thing, you can aim right here at that small thing.
Incendiary
That
out.
one should go behind the box. Molly back of dice. These flashes here are really good. The reason they're really good is basically blinds everything on sight, but you got to make sure your A guys can get all the way up to here. And then sneeze. Can't be here. Well, actually, technically you can. Shit, that's pretty clean. I like that. And then you got some flashes.
Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Over that wall. That way these guys run out long. You can. And we won't be throwing all this util at one time, of course. Kind of pick and choose. Usually good to smoke both sides. I prefer that bank smoke because it covers everything. And then smoking is kind of clean. This flash kill dump pretty well, so that's always good. But let me think about other util. Right here.
Throwing fire.
This one right here. That pretty well. Self flash. Let's see if that's
Flashbang.
Boom. Self flash in pretty easily. That might be one worth practicing. I think that for overpass nades, that's kind of the big stuff. There's a few flashes like right here. If I get right here and I aim just left of this thing,
Throwing flashbang.
Never had that happen before.
Deploying flashbang.
It pops like perfectly. Actually, shit, no, it doesn't. Okay.
Deploying flashbang.
That one's better. That one pops really well to where anybody holding there gets blinded. I've done this one like 50 times. I've never had that happen before.
Throwing flashbang.
So weird. Okay.
Flashbang.
I guess. Perfect. I think those are the big ones. There's a few, like if you line up the B in the bank, and then you throw it.
Throwing smoke.
It'll smoke like that. It's just kind of clean. You still have to worry about truck. But that smoke's kind of nice. Lets you take at least side control. You can flash also flash
Throwing flashbang.
In this case. Go. Stuff like that. I think that's all the nades I know on Overpass. The B ones are especially important to know. And like you guys can see, I'm not great with these nades because I don't throw them a lot, right? But probably good to start practicing these nades. I'll stick to being the guy who primarily throws util so that I'm last one in. But I think that we're gonna be pretty good. There's more smokes and stuff to learn. There's smokes for short too. But I think as long as we know this monster smoke on CT, that's kind of the big one. The molly for here is pretty big. I used to have a running lineup last thing right here.
Smoke.
But something to the effect of as soon as I hit that, I'd throw it.
Smoke.
Something like that. Especially when I used to opt A, but you can work on some lineups there. That's actually not a bad smoke. I think I like this one. But yeah, we're gonna just need to practice our util. Overpass is probably the most tricky one. All the other nades are pretty basic. So I'm looking forward to this season. Catch you boys later.